get out of there.
Great.
I just hit the recording in progress, so we've got it.
Right. So tonight we're going to go through the new membership and sponsor orientation agenda, and as our way of starting a conversation to unite for good, which is our Rotary message for the year. Our objectives today are just give you an overview of Rotary International and the district's 5790, which is our current district. And we want to help connect you with other Rotarians and encourage engagement in club activities and service projects. So Rotary overall is a grassroots organization, and with 1.4 million Rotarians who belong to over 46,000 Rotary and Rotaract clubs around the world. So we are one club, you are probably part of one club of many across the world. So these clubs are grouped into over 500 districts. Our district, like I said before, is 5790. And then from those districts, we're actually further grouped into 17 paired zones, and each are headed by a Rotary director. And all board of directors were all elected volunteers, except for the general secretary of Rotary National. He's appointed by the board of directors, and that general secretary is a paid position. The world headquarters for Rotary is currently in Evanston, Illinois. And just as a plug here, you can add a visit to the world headquarters if your travels ever take you to the Chicago area. There is a link that we'll link in the chat here to the RI website, just to let Rotary International know that you are coming to arrange for a visitor's pass. I have yet to do that, but I know there's several folks that have gone to headquarters and gotten and had a tour. So highly recommend that. So a little bit about our beginning as an organization. On February 23rd, 1905, Rotary came into existence when the first Rotary Club meeting was held in Chicago, Illinois. February 23rd is designated as the World Understanding and Peace Day, and February as the World Understanding Month, since understanding and goodwill are essential for world peace. Paul Harris is the gentleman you see pictured here. He's recognized as the founder of Rotary. He was 37 years old. And the meeting locations rotated among members' offices and provided fellowship and networking opportunities. Hence, the name Rotary became known. So just to, kind of recap here, Rotary started originally as a networking organization. And in 1917, the Rotary Foundation was first established by the past Rotary International president, Arch Klumpf, at the Atlanta Convention. And these were to accept donations to do good in the world. And the first donation was for $26.50 from the Rotary Club of Kansas City. In 1932, the four-way test was created by Herbert J. Taylor, who was a Rotarian, and it was adopted by Rotary International in 1943 as the Code of Ethics. So when you hear the four-way test as our Code of Ethics, that was adopted in 1943. And then further along in 1985, Polio Plus program was proposed as a primary fundraising effort with a very lofty goal to raise $120 million to purchase and administer the polio vaccine. And by 1988, Rotarians had raised $219 million in cash and pledged to eradicate polio worldwide to protect all children from this debilitating and potentially fatal disease. And today there is only two endemic countries, Afghanistan and Pakistan, reporting the existence of wild polio viruses. And Rotary International's primary external goal is the eradication of polio worldwide, having reduced polio by 99% and protected over 3 billion children in 122 countries. So you may have seen this already, but if you haven't, the campaign is called End Polio Now. And that is where that campaign got its roots with here with Rotary. And then in 1989, membership became open to women. And then in 2022, Jennifer Jones, a Canadian communications executive, became the first woman to serve as the Rotary International president. And in 2024, Stephanie Erchik was the second woman to serve as RI president and the first from the United States. So Rotary was not long to recognize that fellowship and networking alone would not keep a group together. There needed to be a purpose. So in 1907, the club initiated its first public service project, and that was the construction of public comfort stations in Chicago, Illinois. In those days, public restroom facilities were not available, and private business establishments would only allow their patrons or customers access to bathroom facilities. This step transformed Rotary into the world's first service club, and Rotary has been dedicated to the idea of service for over 120 years. This is our Rotary's vision statement, and the vision statement broadly encompasses who we are and why we do what we do as an organization and as members. Hence the Rotary hashtag People of Action. Change doesn't happen by itself. And notice the highlighted words, together people create change. So our vision statement as an organization is together we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves. The object of Rotary. So from a pre-World War I resolution calling for maintenance of peace to our continuing support of Rotary Peace Centers across the world, Rotary and its members have a long history of promoting peace and working to address the underlying causes of conflict in communities around the world. Did you know that Rotary was instrumental in the formation of the United Nations? That's right. In 1945, 49 Rotary members served in 29 delegations to the United Nations Charter Conference. Rotary played an essential role in building support during the formative years of the United Nations and in selecting New York City for the permanent headquarters. Rotary holds the highest consultative status offered to a non-governmental organization by the UN's Economic and Social Council and holds a seat in the General Assembly of the United Nations in recognition of its efforts to foster goodwill and peace across national boundaries. These statements serve as our overarching guide for Rotary work and service. The four-way test, which is our code of ethics, was created in 1932 by Rotarian Herbert J. Taylor. The test was scripted by Herbert, an American from Chicago, as he set out to save the Club Aluminum Products Distribution Company from bankruptcy. In the 1940s, when Taylor was an international director of Rotary, he offered the four-way test to the organization, and it was adopted by Rotary for its internal and promotional use. Never changed, the 24-word test remains today a central part of the permanent Rotary structure throughout the world. It's held as the standard by which all behaviors should be measured, and it's one of the world's most widely printed and quoted statements of business ethics. And a fun fact, Herbert J. Taylor was the Rotary International's president in 1954 and 1955. The four-way test has been translated into more than 100 languages and obligates every Rotarian to apply 4 tests to all that we think, say, or do. And the reason for the asterisk after next to the 4 is that some clubs unofficially have adopted an optional 5th test, which is, will it be fun? So now that we've had a grasp of the foundational aspects of our organization, let's cover some of the ways that we take action. Rotary has identified several areas of focus to which they will allocate resources to affect change across the globe. These areas of focus or causes were recently expanded to include a new focus for supporting the environment. Our grant funding efforts, part of the Rotary Foundation, for projects fall into one of these areas, these focus areas. And we like to use the action words when talking about these areas, since Rotarians are known as people of action. So promoting peace, fighting disease, providing clean water, promoting maternal and child health, supporting education and literacy, growing local economies, and supporting the environment is the most recent. Rotary also has action groups. These are independent internationally organized Rotary affiliated groups whose members have expertise in specific concentrations. They use their expertise to help clubs and districts plan and implement large scale community development and humanitarian service projects in those areas of expertise. This is a list of Rotary action groups by areas of focus. Most of these action groups view themselves not only as specific subject matter resources, but as resources in an area of focus. Anyone who wants to share their expertise to make a positive difference may join an action group. However, only Rotarians, Rotaractors, and Rotary Peace Fellows may serve in leadership roles. And we'll add a link to the Rotary action groups in the chat right now. And Rotary Fellowships are international groups that share a common passion or interest. Remember, Rotary's foundation was networking, right? So being part of that fellowship, it's just a fun way to make friends around the world, explore a hobby or profession, and enhance your Rotary experience. These fellowships are an added benefit of your membership. So if you go onto the Rotary International website, you'll see a list of the national recognized Rotary fellowships. There's over 120 Rotary fellowships. And if you're interested in learning more about those, we're going to put that link in the chat for you. And also, I wanted to let you know that there are many clubs here in our district, for example, that have their own fellowships within their clubs. So if you have a hobby, don't be afraid to see if other club members would like to meet up as a group from time to time, even within your own club. So examples would be crafting, book club, music. And we actually have the National Rotary Wine Appreciation Fellowship is actually based out at District 57 it's 5790 here in our district. So plugging that one, if you are a wine connoisseur, I would definitely recommend looking that up. And each May or June, Rotary International holds a worldwide convention. And this is to stimulate, inspire, and inform all Rotary members at an international forum. It's really an awesome event. Rotarians from District 5790, there's quite a few that went to the Calgary, Canada convention last year. And I know there's quite a few that are going to Taipei coming up in June of this year. So this year, June 13th through 17th, the RI convention will be in Taipei. You can, if you're interested in learning more about it, just checking it out, or even, I'm not sure if you can still register at this point, but we'll put the link in the chat here. The convention's a really great way. It's a great event to discover new opportunities throughout Rotary. It's where you'll find a lot of people of action from around the world. I personally attended the one that was in Atlanta back in 2017, and it was over 35,000 Rotarians from across the world. It was amazing. And I actually met up with some of the Rotarians that my club had partnered with in Kenya that actually came over. So it was really a nice, meeting them and meeting some of their network as well. But yeah, it's everyone from around the world. You're brainstorming solutions to some of the most pressing challenges and really celebrating all of our works of service that truly do create some lasting change. So yeah, the conventions where you'll renew connections, you discover fresh perspectives, you meet new people, and honestly, it's an unforgettable experience. So we'll also post the link in chat. So the District 5790, we are here to assist your Rotary clubs in training leaders, helping with membership recruitment, assisting with Rotary grants, both locally and internationally, and helping clubs promote their public image and media exposure. The North Central Plains Rotary District, which is 5790, it's made up of a little over 2,500 members from over 63 clubs. And I say over because we are growing as a district, and I think we're chartering a couple new clubs, in fact, this Rotary year. The Rotary District is led by a district governor. The district governor serves from July 1st through June 30th. The district governor is the official representative of Rotary International, and their mission is to lead clubs, inspire Rotary members, and engage the public in the important role fulfilled by Rotary in our community. Our current district governor is John Bullock, and he is a member of the Rotary Club of Colleyville. And there's a picture now of John, our immediate past president, Andy Eads, and our current governor-elect, Angie Cox. So this is our district or heading of our district website. We'll put that in the chat. If you haven't checked that out yet, please do, rotary5790.org. That's where you can learn a lot about what's going on here in our district, see what innovative fundraisers and service projects are being done outside your club, and learn more about district events and initiatives. And if they haven't already, your club secretary usually will provide you access to your club's website, and also there's a District 5790 website member login area as well. So the district governor is responsible for all the clubs in our district with over 2,500 members. We have over 100 Rotarians serving at the district level on its leadership team each year. And we are all volunteers. The district governor is elected 2.5 years in advance of their official term, and they go through an extensive facilitated learning opportunities, and this is really just to better serve our members. And like I said, this is a volunteer position. The district governor-elect is the year behind the current governor, and the district governor nominee is right behind the elect. You'll also see the acronym used DGE for district governor-elect, DGN for district governor nominee. And we also selected in January of each year, we do have a district governor nominee designee, and that follows the nominee. So as you can see, we do plan ahead because it is a big role, and there is some training involved, and it just helps keeps the continuity going at the leadership level here in our district. An opportunity for all Rotarians in our district is the Rotary Leadership Institute, it goes by RLI, and it's designed to empower Rotaract and Rotary leaders and member engagement. This is not an official training program for Rotary National, but it is an opportunity for you to learn more about Rotary as well as view it and get some exposure to Rotary leadership. So if interested, we will put the website in the chat, but the next in-person course offerings are there's 3 parts, part 1, 2, and 3 will be offered on April 11th, 2026. And also just giving you some other ideas for opportunities, club leader events. These are open to all members. You can learn about your club leadership roles that interest you or which you aspire to. Our next opportunity is coming up is District Assembly, coming up on April 18th. But these are, ways that you can learn with your peers. By attending one of these events or sessions, you can learn more about club administration, membership, foundation, public image, and then information. You've probably already seen if you get the district emails, which I hope you do. The registration's already being sent out for the April 18th District Assembly. So we have the Rotary Foundation that we've talked a little bit about so far. It is a 501c3. It's the arm, a philanthropic nonprofit of Rotary International. And it offers a wide variety of options to financially support the many activities Rotary undertakes. From its signature initiative working towards the eradication of polio to providing emergency relief funds when disasters strike, the Rotary Foundation is fully engaged globally. And in the lower left photo is actually our current district governor, John Bullock, a few years ago administering polio drops to a child in India. The Rotary Foundation is one of the most highly respected charities, according to the independent watchdog Charity Navigator. The Rotary Foundation has earned the highest rating, which is 4 stars by Charity Navigator, who is an independent evaluator of charities in the USA. And we've had 4 stars consecutively for the last over 15 years, which is like the top 1%. The Rotary Foundation earned the recognition for adhering to sector best practices and executing its mission in a financially efficient way, demonstrating both a strong financial health, commitment to accountability, sustainability, leadership capacity, and transparency. The Rotary Foundation transforms our gifts into service projects that really change the lives both close to home, locally here in our communities, and supporting local causes to around the world. So your generous contributions to the Rotary Foundation are really essential to securing and growing Rotary programs throughout the world. And since 1985, Rotarians around the world have worked to eradicate polio. Thanks to the effectiveness of polio vaccines and the combined efforts of Rotary, the World Health Organization, the CDC, UNICEF, and Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and Gavi, who, while polio has been almost eradicated, worldwide cases have declined from 350,000 cases per year in 125 countries to only about 28 or so cases in about 2 countries. And that's a decrease of 99.99%. So as Rotarians, we are committed to finishing the fight against polio. And every October 24th is World Polio Day. So I know a lot of clubs celebrate and they work to raise funds for polio on that day. And we usually have a sort of like district initiative as well. And so this upcoming October, our district governor, currently elect, Angie Cox, has challenged the district 5790 Rotarians to a walk for polio. So more information will be coming out soon about that. So just be on the lookout. So there's different ways you can give through, or you can give through our RI's website, which is www.rotary.org. So if you are a new member or an existing member and you don't have an account yet with Rotary, please sign up. It's not just to give, it's also to have access to a lot of materials that we have available on the Rotary site. But we always encourage people, if you can sign up, you can sign up for Rotary Direct if you want and allocate a certain amount to automatically be deducted from your account. Again, the biggest thing I tell people, especially when they're new to Rotary, is at minimum, please just go and sign up and create a profile. So you'll have access to the Learning Center courses, club reporting, our club goals, district goals as well, our brand center. So for those of you that are working on social media or wanting to create your own club logo, they have a lot of templates that you can actually use on there. And we'll post the sign up link in the chat here. And the list here is really just what if you do give to the Rotary or the Rotary Fund, this really contributes to service projects locally and internationally, helps fund our global grants and scholarships and our district service projects. The Rotary Foundation also recognizes donors to express their gratitude for your commitment, offering individual and club recognition, as well as naming opportunities that enabled you to honor a friend or a family member with a named or endowed gift. For most of us, it's not just enough to attend meetings and feel like we're engaged. That real true engagement happens when you're not only passionate about something, but doing something along those lines that fulfills you. So to maximize your membership, think of the impact you could make on others or your community by serving them in some capacity. Step forward, volunteer when your club has activities, service projects, or fundraisers, and lend a hand. Don't sit on the sidelines. And better yet, if your club isn't doing something to address one of your passions, maybe approach the club leaders and share your idea for an activity. To receive communications from Rotary International in your club. Again, cannot stress this enough, but be sure to register for an account at myrotary.org. You will see all kinds of info about you, your club, your district, tracking your reporting, your foundation giving history, etc. And then the other thing I wanted to plug, and I talked a little bit of this before, is the Learning Center. The Learning Center is an online learning knowledge-based course curriculum. It's full of lots of video tutorials about all things Rotary and a plethora of ways that you can get engaged. And we'll upload a link in the chat for designing your own Rotary experience. But this is one of our newer resources. We know that every member has a unique combination of interests, skills, and talents. And so every member will be attracted to different activities. This is a guide. It describes the options that you can choose from, really to personalize your Rotary experience and get involved in ways that matter to you. And we'll post these links as well in chat. But in addition to signing up for my Rotary account, you also we also want to make sure that you are aware of Rotary International, their social media accounts. So there is one for Rotary. We also have one for Facebook for 5790. We have an Instagram account. There is a club locator, and it's at Myra, and we'll put the link in there as well. But if you're ever traveling, and I always encourage people, if you have some time while you're traveling, try to look up and see if there's a Rotary Club meeting in that area. It's always so fun to when you're traveling, if you can meet other Rotarians, and I've always had such great experiences visiting other clubs when I'm traveling. There's also a Club Runner mobile app. So if your club uses Club Runner, you can actually download the mobile app for everything related to your Club Runner account. And so, yeah, we just really encourage you guys to take advantage of all of the different resources that we have available here. And that concludes that portion. We wanted to open it up for Q&A now. If there's any questions, I know there's probably been some questions in the chat, but feel free to, I don't know if there are any of the moderators, if there's any questions that have come up that you guys want to answer.
There aren't any questions in the chat. I'm just trying to correct a link on the designing your experience.
Okay. Any questions from everybody, anybody?
Is Jerry talking? Because he's muted.
This is Pat from Pilot Knob, and I just have a comment. This was excellent. Thank you so much for this presentation.
You're welcome. Yeah, I know we've had some really good feedback from this presentation. A lot of us put some work into it, so and it's really good to, I think, just give the broader view, because there is a lot, especially if you're new to Rotary, or even if you're not, there is a lot of information, and so hopefully this helps you kind of get the broader picture and of what Rotary is and all of the things that you have access to with your membership.
Yeah, I think it'll be great for our new members, so I really appreciate it.
Great.
We do have a hand raised from Blakey.
Yes, what would you say would be the first thing a new member would want to try to do other than get to know people as far as training goes?
I would say can y'all hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes, we got you.
Okay. I would say for a new member that's joined, again, there's a lot of resources. I would definitely lean on, hopefully your club has a red badge or a new member orientation program. That's a good place to start there. I think the second thing, definitely I plug this a lot, but signing up for my Rotary account, because there is a ton of resources on there, and the Learning Center actually has a lot of like short videos as well as just short modules of just kind of navigating your around like all the different things of Rotary. But I would say, and the other third thing I would say is probably getting involved with your club. So if you have a particular interest, if there was a particular reason why you joined, service, networking, something like that, I would definitely take advantage of what your club's offering as far as committees or things just to kind of get you plugged in. That way, you aren't just coming to the meetings, which are probably great and fantastic, but also you're like from the get-go, you're actually like getting involved and getting exposed and like networking with other Rotarians.
Might add to that, Monique, is that you mentioned the Learning Center, and the Learning Center does provide a interactive course, and it's called My Rotary Basics. And I am noting that in the chat, and you do need a My Rotary account to be able to sign up in the Learning Center.
Also, we had a couple questions about this presentation, and we are going to make it available. I'm working with Angie and Nicole on how they want to do it. Like, I want to set up basically like some sort of a Google Doc system where all of these are all organized. We're going to put a toolkit in there for the clubs to use, for their membership committees to be able to use. So please be patient, bear with us. If you need it directly, reach out to us so we can send it to you in the meantime. But we're just trying to see like how Angie and Nicole want to have some sort of created access point. I think some things are going to go on the district website. So there's just some logistics involved. So just be patient on that. And I know that Kurt posted the link, and maybe Kurt, I just missed this, but what you just said, but our next training availability is at the district assembly on April 18th. I believe Ray and I are the ones that are going to be doing some membership training there. So make sure that, president-elects in your clubs, your membership teams are going to that training, as well as other people, because there's more to it than just membership. And then I don't know, I can't remember the date. I don't know if Kurt, if you or Jim remember the date in August for Vibrant Club.
Yes,
that's
August 15th. August
so
15th.
August 15th will be your Vibrant Club. Though that is presidents, president-elects, your public image people, your membership people, as well as I think foundation, it's just another opportunity for training. So definitely make sure that you're going to the one in April and you're going to the one in August. Did I miss anything, Kurt?
Well, I would just add to it, it's not training only. It's a great way to build cohesion and unity and connectedness with your team when you bring more than one person, because it's always hard to go to a conference and bring back the excitement and learnings that you've got. So bring a buddy. Especially sometimes we've learned, bring somebody new. It doesn't matter. They will get to learn a part of Rotary at that time.
And I see that Dolores also has her hand raised.
Yes, thank you. So when we get the PowerPoint presentation, will we be able to edit it? Because we already have a fairly extensive new member orientation. There's slides from yours I'd like to take and kind of integrate them in together. Will that be possible? Because it's a thought.
Monique, that's your answer.
I think it just depends on, I mean, if you, this one is geared more, I think, at the district and kind of the more RI. So I don't know, Dolores, if you need you might be able to incorporate a couple slides in there, but I'd also encourage you guys to promote, because we'll be probably doing this once a quarter. And I know a lot of clubs have their own like new member orientation specific to their club. So this kind of gives like the broader view, but I don't know how we've sent it out in the past, to be honest.
Actually, we haven't sent it out. We post it on we
On the-
post the recording on the website.
Okay.
We haven't sent it out.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Just remember, I posted the Rotary 5790 membership site. If you go there, you can see some of our faces as well as some other resources and learn more about who the team is to be able to participate or access further information if that's helpful for you.
Big thank you to Monique who led our training tonight. Everyone give her a round of applause. And thank you to Jim Mole who would get the text from Kurt and I, hey, can you make sure to send out a reminder? So I know there's a lot of behind the scenes things that that Kurt did, and to our other members, Ray is on here, Jean's on here, Kurt's on here, to our membership team. So I don't think I missed anybody else. I'm trying to look. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We thank you for taking the time out of your evening tonight, and we are so happy that you found this very useful. So thank you.
Yep, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Okay, we'll see y'all on in April.
Thank you all.
Bye-bye.